If you're thinking about getting an auto loan with Navy Federal Credit Union, or even if you're thinking about refinancing your existing auto loan with Navy Federal, then you've clicked on the right video. Because in this video, I will be discussing all the steps needed and everything you need to know before you obtain this auto loan through Navy Federal. So make sure to watch this video to the end so that way you don't skip out on any valuable information. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Just Money. For those of you that are new to my channel, Just Money, my name is Ismael Sandiford. I'm a licensed realtor and I'm a licensed mortgage loan originator. And on this channel, we talk about personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're into, then you're probably gonna want to consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So whether you're financing or refinancing a car through Navy Federal Credit Union, then you'll typically get a low rate because Navy Federal is known to give low and competitive rates. However, if you aren't banking with Navy Federal, then you won't be eligible to obtain these amazing rates because to obtain these rates, you have to be banking with them. If you guys are interested in knowing on how to bank with Navy Federal Credit Union, then there's plenty of other videos on my channel explaining on how to do so. I'll go ahead and link some down in the description below for you guys. But if you are already banking with Navy Federal, then they do offer quite a few options in the auto loan department. Navy Federal can help you obtain a new car, a used car, a classic car, or you can even refinance your existing auto loan with Navy Federal Credit Union as well. In fact, I refinanced my BMW M3 with Navy Federal because I was with a different lender called Alley Auto Financial. And they were actually pretty decent. However, Navy Federal was just a tad bit better, so I decided to refinance with them. And I also wanted a little more control while making payments because I personally feel that it's just easier to make payments on the Navy Federal app. It's just a little more convenient for me. But anyways, if you guys are trying to finance a car through Navy Federal, then they do offer 100% financing. And what this means is you don't have to put money down on a car if you do not want to. However, putting money down on a car will typically always make your monthly payments a little lower every month. But almost everyone I know personally that financed the car through Navy Federal will typically always put no money down. But the choice is ultimately always up to you. Now, I will be talking about how to finance and refinance an auto loan with Navy Federal, but let's talk about how to finance an auto loan with them first. Then I'll talk about how to refinance with them. Okay, so if you're trying to finance an auto loan with Navy Federal Credit Union, then one way you can do it is through your computer on the internet. You can also do the application on the app via your phone, and you may also speak with a representative and have them guide you through the application process. Or you can always walk in the branch and just do the application there. But the most efficient, convenient, and the easiest way to do it is to do it on the app on your phone. So easy. In fact, I would recommend that you do it this way versus all the other ways of doing it. It's very fast, very easy to understand, and you'll literally know within minutes if you've been approved or not. When you do start the auto loan application on your app, it's gonna ask you for all of your contact information. They're gonna want your phone number, they're gonna want your email, and if you have a co-applicant, they're gonna want their information as well. They're also gonna wanna know your current housing information, like how much do you pay in rent every month, or how much is your mortgage every month. And the reason they ask for that information is they're trying to see if you can actually afford the auto loan that you are trying to obtain. But they're also going to ask for more information as far as your employer name, what type of business you do, and how long have you been employed. They're also going to want to know your annual income, so whatever you make in a year, they're going to want to know that. That and any other additional income that you have as well. Because putting that extra additional income will actually help you qualify for a larger loan amount. But after you put all that information in, then they're going to want to know the amount that you expect to finance. So for example, if the car you are seeking is about $50,000, then on the application you would put you're trying to get a loan for $50,000. Or for another example, if the car you're looking for is about $30,000, then you would put you're trying to receive $30,000. And after you put that amount in there, they're going to want to know the purchase price of the vehicle, as well as the tags, taxes, titles, and warranties. And if you're choosing to put any money down. Because again, you do have the option to put money down or to not put any money down. Another thing that Navy Federal is going to want to know is how long do you want the term of the loan to be? And they need that information so that way they know what interest rate you'll be receiving. If you're financing or refinancing a new vehicle, then the lowest APR that they offer is 4.54%. And that's only going to be if you finance or refinance a vehicle with a loan term of only up to 36 months. Now, if you're financing or refinancing a new vehicle through Navy Federal, then the highest APR that they offer is 7.84%. And that's only going to be if you're financing or refinancing the vehicle with a loan term of all the way up to 85 to 96 months. And new cars are considered to be years 2022 all the way up to 2024 with less than 7,500 miles. And the minimum loan amount must be at least $30,000 with the loan terms of 85 to 96 months. Okay, now used cars are considered the years 2021 or older, or any model year with over 30,000 miles. Now, the lowest APR you can have for a used car nowadays is 5.44%. And that's going to be financing or refinancing a used car with a loan term of 36 months. Now, the highest APR on a used car will be 5.84%. And that's going to be for financing and refinancing a used car with a loan term of anywhere from 61 to 72 months. Now, one of the last things that Navy Federal is going to need from you, if this even applies for you, is if you're trading in your vehicle, then they're going to want that vehicle's information as well. And that's going to be as far as the title, loan information, registration, etc. But after you're done putting all this loan information, you're going to want to go ahead and submit your application. And please keep note that getting pre-approved is considered a hard pull on your credit, so just beware. And for those that don't know, they will pull from your TransUnion. And I would always recommend to keep your credit score at least above 660 minimum for applying for anything, because people with lower credit scores tend to get higher interest rates, and that's something you don't want. But something else that plays a factor in this auto loan game is your internal points that you have with Navy Federal. For those that don't know what internal points are, they're pretty much Navy Federal Credit Union's own crediting system that they use. And these internal points range anywhere from 100 all the way up to 450. And this is important because the higher your internal score is with Navy Federal, then the more they're inclined to do for you as a consumer. But anyways, once you go ahead and submit your application, you'll know whether or not you've been approved or not instantly for the desired amount requested. And once you're approved, they will go ahead and issue you your check. You can either walk in the branch and go pick it up, or you can simply have it mailed to you, whichever you prefer. If you do end up going inside the branch, then they're going to ask you for your ID, and that's just to verify who you are before they go ahead and hand you your check. Also, if you guys are finding any of this information helpful, then I would appreciate if you guys hit the like button for me. I would truly appreciate that. But once you go ahead and receive your check, then you can go ahead and start car shopping for the car you desire, as long as the car's price is in your loan amount. If you're buying a car through a third party, then you would just hand them the check, but make sure to receive all the documents like the pink slip. But if you're buying through a dealer on the other hand, then just go ahead and give them the check. They'll know exactly what to do. Just make sure before you hand the check to anybody that the check is actually signed first by you. And if the car that you end up buying ends up being less than the check loan amount, then all that extra amount will be credited back to Navy Federal. For example, if you're buying a $40,000 car but you're approved for $45,000 on the check, then that extra $5,000 will go back to Navy Federal. And also keep note, guys, that Navy Federal does not accept rebuilt or salvage titles. But once you receive your car title, be sure to hand it to Navy Federal within the first 90 days because that is one of their requirements. And also bonus information, if you receive the check through Navy Federal Credit Union for the auto loan, then if you don't spend it within those 90 days, then the check will be voided and you will have to be issued another one by doing the application over. So just keep note. We talked about how to finance a car through Navy Federal. Now let's talk about how to refinance a car through Navy Federal. So to begin this process, it's pretty much the same thing like financing a car with Navy Federal. You can do the application via online on your computer, via the app on your phone. You can call, or you can actually walk in the branch and do the application, the refinance application. And the good thing about Navy Federal is they have 24/7 access to a stateside member rep. So if you need to talk to somebody, somebody will always be there to answer. If you're looking to refinance a car with Navy Federal years 2021 or older with over 30,000 miles, the lowest APR that they offer for used cars is 5.84%. And that's going to be if you choose a 6-year term. And the highest APR that Navy Federal has on auto loans is 19%. The APR you get will ultimately be decided if your car is a used car or if it's a new car. And credit and internal points will also be a determining factor. And again, I do believe that they pull from your TransUnion. Now, to start the refinance application, you'll need the terms of your current loan to determine how much you will be saving. And you'll also need to see if there's any penalties or fees for paying this loan off early. Other things that this application will ask you is the VIN number, your current mileage, and the state that it's registered in. They also want the 14-day payoff amount, as well as the lender's name, lender's phone number, and the loan amount from the lender. And they'll also ask for the per diem, meaning the interest rate that has accumulated per day. And again, guys, when you guys are doing the pre-approval, it is considered a hard pull on your credit, so again, just beware. But once your application is submitted, it will take anywhere from 2 to 24 hours to reach a decision. And if you still haven't got a decision within that time frame, then I would recommend that you guys just reach out and give them a call yourself. But once you're pre-approved, you can go ahead and pick up the check at the branch, or you can just have it mailed to you. Once you receive the check, you do have to mail it to your old lender so that way they can get paid out. And that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. But one thing I do want to mention before I end this video is if you're refinancing with Navy Federal, like your existing auto loan, you're refinancing with Navy Federal, then you are eligible to receive a free $200. $200 that Navy Federal offers if you refinance with them. However, existing Navy Federal loans aren't eligible for this offer. To be eligible for this offer, the refinance amount must be at least $5,000, and the loan amount must be open for at least 60 days of you being refinanced with them. And you have to make at least one payment in order to be eligible to receive this free $200. Once that time frame is over, you will be giving your free $200 within the 61st to the 65th day, and that's going to be the day of the loan origination date. And those $200 will be credited in your Navy Federal savings account. And again, if you guys found any of this information helpful, you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button. I would truly appreciate that. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, we are at 10,064 subscribers. Yes, that's right. We reached 10K subs finally after, actually came pretty quick, not gonna lie. But I'm so happy about that. Thank you all who watch the videos. Truly appreciate it. I do post every Sunday and Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific time. If it's not 7 a.m., then it will most likely be 7 p.m. And again, if you guys are new to the channel, I go over personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. If you guys want to get high limits on your credit cards, this is the channel. We talk about credit cards such as Navy Federal, Chase, American Express, etc. So if that's something you're into, I would definitely consider subscribing. I'm also a licensed realtor, a licensed real estate agent here in Southern California. So if you're looking to buy or sell or have any questions in regards to real estate, then I would be happy to help you out. All my information will be in the description below. I am also a licensed mortgage loan originator nowadays. So if you need funding for a home, then I can help you out with that as well. All my information will be in the description below. I go by the name of Ismael Sandiford, and I will see you next video. Thanks for watching.